You think the Welsh can't do better than that, Owen?
Well, they've got a very good base section, mind. But no top tenors, that's for sure. Stop your dreaming, can't you see their spear points gleaming? See their warrior pennons streaming to this battlefield.
Sing!
Men of Alex, stand ye steady.
Come on, sing!
Cannot be ever said ye.
Hello there, I'm Aldra Hill, and welcome to a brand new Hearts of Iron 4 series in 1.5.2. I have updated to the new beta patch, which is awesome, and I have a couple really cool mods that I want to show you in the game. And as you can tell from that great intro, we're going to be playing as South Africa. Leave a like if you want to see more stupid, memey edited intros where I doubt myself the entire time editing it, and let me know in the comments below. So we're going to be playing South Africa and doing a couple very cool things, which I will tell you about as we get into the game. I'm excited, guys. Right, so here we are with South Africa. First of all, I have the money mod, which allows me to purchase stuff with money that I have or earn per day, which is interesting. I also have the greatest mod available, the tic-tac-toe mod. I got the center square. What are you going to do about it? Oh, no. And it's a tie. That's because I'm basically as good as an AI. So, there's a couple trees you can go with South Africa. Oh, look at this guy's mustache. And we can either go down fascist or communist. We're not even going to consider the staying nice to Britain option, because that's just weird. If you go down the fascist option, you can either support the Nazification of Southwest Africa and have a German coup and have some fascist civil war and such. Or you can go South Africa first and reclaim Boer counties, right? Or we can go communist, empower the workers, burn the king's portraits, and either join Comintern, or even better, do an anti-colonist crusade and make the Union of the African Peoples, and also get CBs on Portugal and the UK and even Belgium. Now, the reason I'm thinking to do this one is I quite like the idea of making an African People's Union. So what I'm going to do is I will be playing South Africa and going communist, but I don't care about any of this crap in Europe. No. It's all about Africa. The goal of this is to unite all of Africa under one nation, under the People's Republic of Zimbabwe, I presume that's what it's going to be called, or Zimbabwean Empire, or whatever, okay? And then ideally, I'd like to try and release all the nations of Africa to be my puppets. How cool would that be? And form properly the African Union. Now, to make this a little bit, not so much easier, but make it a bit more doable, because Africa is a very hard game. Playing South Africa is not the easiest thing, unless you want to play long-term. Everything except, once I form the Zimbabwean nation, because I need these three states to form the... No, I need these three. Yes, once I need these three states, I can form the Zimbabwean Empire. From there, every single time I take an African state, I will give it myself a core. So I will cheat and give myself a core to make it a bit more doable. That way, it's going to be a lot more playable and a lot more interesting to watch, and also won't take until 1950. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to try and rush down the routes of going Union of African Peoples. So we're going to go abandon Westminster straight away to get daily autonomy progress, and also reduction of daily democracy support. The replacement of the Cape route by the Suez, as well as the formative experience of the Boer War, have created a South African identity distinct from that of our Dominion allies. That's right, we're distinct. Oh yes. We do not have much here really at all, so we're going to build one civvy factory, and then we're going to build one military factory and see where that takes us from there. And then from there, we're going to get a little bit of production here and there. And that's basically it. We're going to train one individual division. Our district force is just 6 infantry battalions. We're going to need some of these to protect against naval invasions later, and tanks, oh, they're a way off. But we'll figure that out very shortly. So we are making a little bit of money per day. So with the money mod, once I get to 10 million, I can actually buy flat equipment. I'm unsure if the AI uses this, but it does mean I'm going to be able to get some troops out a little bit sooner than I might otherwise have been able to, which is really cool. I was tempted to actually play veteran or elite difficulty, but I decided against it because I just find that the malices they give you is just so boring, you know? It's just dull to have those malices, it's just not fun. So once I get to 10 million, I'll be able to buy just a flat K of infantry equipment, which will be enough to provision... How many divisions? Go away. Leave me alone. That'll be enough to about 2 divisions, which is really nice. Well, almost. But sadly, I'm not really going to be able to make very many anythings, because I have such few factories. But once we go down this route of empowering the workers, we're going to get stalled here because we're not able to do this next one until we have 10% support for communists. So it's going to take a couple weeks or months to tick up. So once I get to empower workers, I will then start going down South African railways to get some infrastructural bonus and civvy factories and infrastructure, and then we can get steel and mill factories. We can actually get 4 mill factories, which is actually really good considering where we are. And then there's 2 research slots are down there as well. And then other things like 5-year plan for air doctrines and some military stuff. Nothing specifically interesting, but, you know, some good stuff. Some good stuff. And we can also get War Measures Act to get some political power at some point. Main thing is this does make me pretty powerful. Rhineland's remilitarized and we're abandoning Westminster, so we're empowering the workers. A country of miners and farmers. The working people of South Africa are the only true representatives of the national will. That's right. Daily autonomy progress and daily communism support. Oh boy. We have a history of segregation, which reduces our recruitable population. And also the Osse van Brandwag, which is daily fascism support and factory output and dockyard output. So basically our factories are a bit crap because people are becoming a bit fascist. We can modify that by repealing the National Native Representative Act, and I believe we can get rid of it in equal opportunities employment, and basically making it so that people, whether they're white, black, brown, or whatever the color, you can be a part of our nation, because that's the kind of people we are, guys. We're nice. We're lovely. So to recreate the Zimbabwean Empire, you only actually need to be independent and need to control Bechuanastand, Rhodesia, and Mozambique. So Mozambique, Bechuana, and Rhodesia. So I just need these 3 states. I don't actually even need Angola, which is interesting. There is a little bit of... There's decent resources, but no steel, which is really what I need. Like, this would be good for making tanks, I guess, and artillery, but meh. But once I have that, I actually do get cores on all of that, which is really nice. Weird that it gives me all the stuff to the court. And now a core of South Africa. Nice. South Africa will now be known as Mutapa. Southwest Africa State is now a core. Very cool. And we become Mutapa. Oh, so we actually become Mutapa, not the Zimbabwean Empire. Oh, that's a bit weird. That is weird. What? Is that because I've gone communist? I have no idea. That's okay. Oh, they started first this time. Oh my goodness. Oh, they've won. He's won! You sneaky little sods. Alright, I've empowered the workers. So now we can't do anything of this because we have to wait until we have at least 10% support for our lovely communist friends. And it's only 0.03. So, the funny thing is, there's not actually a way to become communist. It doesn't actually make you communist, any of this. Burn communist... So that... Oh, no, it does. Change popularity of communists 50%. So once I burn King's portraits, I actually don't need to do anything else. I just need to get to 10%. Oh, no, I need to get 35%. Or have autonomy progress over 70%. Ah. No, I need to have both. Okay, so I do need 35% popularity. So I don't really want to have to wait a million years. So I think it probably is because it's only going to be 0.03 a day. That's going to take way too long. So I think we will get a communist advisor. Communist revolutionary Abraham Fisher. Of course, we could go fascist. We're not going to do that. So daily communism support is going to help out a lot more. Next up, we can grab the South African railways. It needs to be expanded, and bands of youths can be trained to give them the necessary skills to work the country and secure overseas. Love it. Okay. Basic machine tools are done, so we're going to grab concentrated industry. Thanks to Count Christo, another lovely YouTuber who's super meta. He's informed me that it is almost always better to get concentrated industry. As long as you keep a line of industry for, I think he said 400 days. Concentrated is better than dispersed, which I definitely will be, so that's fine. So we don't exactly have a lot of manpower, but of course we are still on volunteer only. Now sadly there's not a huge amount of ways to get manpower as a communist South Africa. We do get 1% from repeal the Native Representative Act, which is nice. But that's about it, really. We will be able to get some cores. One cool thing I like in this is there's Demand Madagascar, and if the Soviet Union agrees, and that France has either capitulated or is not... I don't know, so okay, has capitulated, exists... What the hell? Has capitulated, exists, and current ruling party is not communist. Ah, so in other words, they've capitulated and they exist in Africa. I can nick it. That's good. Cool, so now we can go repeal native representatives, blah, 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 which gives me war support and a couple other things, which would be nice. We're not going to get resource stuff. There's not a lot of reason for that. Let's get electrical engineering to get that reduction of research time. Oh boy, oh boy. And I do unfortunately have to spend political power and open up political discourse before I do anything, sadly. Because otherwise I can't get the non-civil war option. So once I go down this route and then I go burn the king's portraits, I'll be able to grab that, which will be good, and I can become communist. And then, of course, we can get anti-colonist. Of course, we can go repeal Native Representative Act. The racial discrimination is contrary to the values of a popular revolution in South Africa. Blacks should be restored to their general voting roles and given political rights. 120 political power, black volunteers, war support, and also I can get rid of some of this fascist support as well. So we'll definitely get that. And that'll kind of propel us quite quickly. Then we can get, like, probably just one of these. Okay, we'll get both of these, get those civic factors in that, and then we can get burn the king's portraits. Also, I'll be able to support Spain. And I actually don't know what happens when we support Spain. It's going to be interesting, because the Civil War should fire very soon. I would assume it would fire quite soon, but it hasn't yet. There's the Olympics. Good for you. Italy has obviously won that war. That's fine. We're very slowly getting money. So we're going to open up the political discourse now. Oh boy, oh boy. Because we do not want a civil war. Political discourse, nice. And then we get a national referendum once we have 50% support, which we will have quite soon. We are also getting gradually moving towards free. Look at that. We want to make sure we do that before any war kicks off, of course. So this is why we are kind of rushing it, because we really don't want to be a part of the Allies in case any weird wars start. Like, luckily the Rhineland did get given up, but can you imagine if we ended up getting propelled into an early war? That would suck so hard. I'm looking forward to having a bit more cash, because you get 0.01 million per day, and I believe having more civi factories means we do get more, which would be really nice. We're slowly getting equipment, very slowly. We're going to most likely need to declare war onto Portugal first. That'll be fun. Okay, repealing the Native Representative Act. It's just taking a little while. Electrical Mechanical Engineering. Let's grab the research time reduction. I know I have only... problem is, it's taking up a lot of my slots. I'm going to have to. I really want to reduce the research time. It's going to be very important having only 2 things to try and work down the route towards this. Because it is painful right now. Okay, so now we have support. We can't get support Spain because for some reason the Civil War hasn't fired yet. Ah, where are you? So what we could do next is go equal opportunity employment and get 5% factory output and remove and that actually still is 10% factory output, so that's actually 15% factory output bonus, which is better. But the thing is, 2 civ factories I think is better as well, because I can start to build more. So I kind of want to grab that. Also popularity, it's only 21. So I think we have enough time for 3 focuses. So I'll get mining industry, and then I'll get opportunity, and then I'll get support Spain. Let's go. Polish-Romanian alliance. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Yeah, we need to rush this. We need to leave this. There's going to be stuff happening, guys. Stuff and things are going to happen. So we could now go to limited conscription, which I'm going to do right now. I want to save this until I can go war economy, because hopefully I'll be able to get my war support up, which would be really good. So let's get to limited conscription. And that's going to slowly tick up to what we need. Oh boy. Cost-effective manpower modified to 45% due to history of segregation. That's okay. It's going to slowly mobilize up, and we'll be able to have enough population to get stuff. We are still taking a long time to build equipment, but that's okay. Hang on. Which would be the best place to build this? So where did that add infrastructure? It added in Southwest Africa. Oh, over there. Ah, that means this is actually the best place. Oh, there's no building slots. Pfft, never mind. There's literally no building slots. Alright, we're very slowly getting this. It's going to take until March, unfortunately. It's alright. Let's keep playing tic-tac-toe while we wait. It's in a square. Oh. Cheeky. Alright, there's the Civil War. About time. Cheeky draw. So once that's done, we'll then grab the support Spain. Concentrate industry. Lovely. And then we're going to... Problem is, my next research takes 164 days, and I want to save this for this, so I'll just wait until I can get concentrated industry. Because I really need concentrated industry. Please give it to me. I only make 7 guns a day. Like, literally 7 guns are made per day. It's not great. We have a little bit of planes. And the real problem, of course, is that when we start to declare war into Portugal, we need to somehow beat them. And they have a pretty decent supply of equipment of dudes. We do kind of want to let them die. One thing we could do, actually, is try to allow them to... Like, if we can let them from there to there, we can cut them off. Because this is the actual state that we need. This is the thing. Annoyingly, it's going to mean we're basically at war for the rest of the game, because we'll never be able to actually finish off Portugal. It's frustrating. Okay, mining industry is done. Leadership purchase in the Soviet Union. Yeah, to be expected. Alright, so support Spain. Fascism... Oh, my microphone. Fascism on the rise in Europe, and we can stop it in Spain, or at least slow its spread. Men and material should be sent to support the Republic cause. God. So we're going to try and increase the Republic stuff in that. Let's hope that doesn't affect anything. I guess I would prefer republicanism in Spain, I suppose. I guess. Cool, so now we can get concentrated industry and get increased factory output. Oh boy, oh boy. We do want to definitely leave this before anything kicks off, you know. Oh, they are communists, aren't they? Are they going to be going down any stupid routes? Are they going to try and become... If France becomes communist... I don't want France to become communist because I want to try and get Madagascar for myself. Madagascar's not that great, but it has core pop, so I would like that quite a bit. Anything I can take means core pop for me. We want 27 right now, so we still can't get burn the King's portraits just yet. That's alright. Okay, support Spain. A fight has broken out in Spain between the nationalist government and the legitimate Republican government. Legitimate. There's considerable debate among the people about where our government stands. Perhaps a few of our soldiers should send interest in a vacation. If people wish to join the struggle, we will not stop them, lose 5,000 manpower, or why should we fight in a war half a world away? Let's send volunteer forces. Okay, that wasn't that interesting. Let's get equal opportunity now to get 5% factory output. We've had to prove that a lot of workers in our nation. We should start ensuring that all workers are treated equal regardless of their skin. So we can now send some volunteers. This could be good. Let's try to send some of our dudes. How many can I send to the Republicans? So we can send 4. So that's literally basically all our armies. Like, literally all of them. Alright, so let's send NATO, Cape, these two. These are all the same, right? Yeah, no, these are not the same. These are not the same. Okay. Oh, okay. So we need to make sure we have the right division force. So we have District Brigade and District Force. So Command is 500 rifles. These guys are only 200 rifles. Oh my god, what is this? Which is the one that's each type? We have 4 command. What? How am I supposed to know which one's which? How am I supposed to know which type of division is which type, for Christ's sakes? That's very frustrating. Alright, there we go. So this is a 3. So you go there. That's a 6. So you go there. You're a 3. You're a 6. Good, 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 good. You are 3. And you are 6. Excellent. Good stuff. Okay, let's give you a nice tasty general. George Erwin Brink. Excellent stuff. Christ. Alright, and we're gonna send some volunteers. That's an ordeal. Oh, I can send 4. Yeah, alright. Send 1 of these as well. There you go. We can get some army experience that way. Boom. Class conflicts divide and so... Oh, Jesus. Okay, the Communist Revolutionary Movement, once a fringe popular among the radical academics in theory and troublemakers in practice, has seen increased support among the South African working class. The fact that even more people choose to identify themselves with a class at all implies the Marxist ideas are spreading beyond those who actively seek to overthrow the government. United members lament this development, longing for a time when South African was what people identified as first and foremost. The concerns are not unfounded. It could be argued that the revolution is already underway, occurring on several levels of society. People may call themselves whatever they want, lose stability, and get some more spicy communism. Good, so once this is done, we'll be able to get Burn the King's portraits, which will allow us to be fully communist, and then we'll go anti-colonist crusade and leave the Allies and get nice chunks of war support, which would be great. From there, we could actually form the Union and then start to get the CBs, but I really would rather get these factories first, because there are 4 factories I could grab. Right, TO. So we could actually get a little field marshal right now. So, Rakshak Botha, you are my new field marshal. Hello. How are you? And you're going to get organization. No, you're going to get charismatic. Yes, you are. Okay. Are you ready for this, lads? Let's go. I'm so ready. Alright, we're going to do this, guys. We're going to be fighting and winning. So much winning. My god, so much winning. Let's get a little bit of a... Let's get some staff office plan together so we get that lovely planning bonus set up. Alright, there we go. Let's engage. Alright, Zaragoza is ours. Oh, nope, it immediately ended the combat. Why did that happen? There we go, reinforcing. Problem is our reinforce rate's very low. That's okay. It's their tanks that's the problem. It's these bloody German tanks. Well, the next episode we're going to... It's been done for 1 year in this episode. Next episode we're going to properly become communist, which will be great. And then start to work towards being free and being awesome. And prepare for the wars. We're probably not going to fight until late 38, if not early 39. Portugal first, then the UK. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Do be sure to leave a like and a comment in the video, guys. Let me know what you think of the series so far. Likes are always super appreciated. And tell me what you want to see in other series as well. You can also check out Patreon if you want to support the South African movement. I was Algernon T to beat. This has been Hearts of Iron 4. Bye-bye.